Good morning. I hope you are doing well today. Is there any questions from last week that you guys have? So we are going to start in about 3 minutes. Last week, to answer your question, last week, give me 1 second, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, last week lab was not available. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me make it available for you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll give you more time to submit the last week lab, okay? Because it was not made available last week. I'm sorry. I thought I made it available, but it looks like I didn't. Human test, the README file, human test, pet, and human. Okay, so now you are able to see the week from the week lab from week 8. So now you can upload it. Okay, guys. So sorry that you guys were not able to see it. Okay, so today's topic before I go ahead and talk about today's topic, I just want to remind you that the the midterm exam is due on the 4th of November. Did I give you any did I give you any review for the exam? Are you guys good, or do you guys want me to give you a review?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's just today we're going to review some different subjects that could come out in the exam or that it came out on the exam. Give me 1 second. Let me just start sharing the screen, and we are going to practice first with string methods. Already have this open. So for the string methods, I am sure right now that you have that you are familiar with them. However, I'm going to give you some exercises to test your knowledge, so you know where are you weak with or where are your strengths. So I'm going to start a new Java project, and this new Java project is going to be named Review. And now I want to go ahead and I'm going to assign you some one Java class. Right now I'm going to create a Java class. It's going to be named Review. Finish. And let's see, there is a question. Omar, no, we are not going to upload the review because we're going to be working on the review together in class. You are going to share your answers in class, okay? So the first, the first part of the review that I'm going to ask you to do is to create a method, right? That calculates the product of all numbers from A to B, where A and B are the parameters of the method, int parameters of the method, and the method returns the result as an int. Okay, so this is your first method to work on. You have 10 minutes to work on this. I will mute myself, okay? 10 minutes, okay? Start working on this, 10 minutes. This is a review for the midterm. Okay, guys. So this is it for this is a timeout. Now, anybody would like to share their code for the answer for this one, for this method? Has anybody finished the this? Okay, Kevin, would you like to share the answer for this one?
Do you want me to just read it out?
Yes.
Okay. So I wrote the method and I called it sum all numbers between.
Ah, this is product.
So public static and sum all num between. Oh wait, product? Oh. Okay. I can change that this season. So product all nums between.
Static. What should be here after this?
int,
In. And then?
product, all nums between. And then the parameter should be int A and B and int B. Okay, so first I wrote int results equals 1. And then I did if A is less than B.
Wait, but I'm not saying, I'm not, this one, although this one doesn't has the constraint that it's just saying from A to B. It does not say, okay, let me see, continue.
So if A is less than B,
Okay,
and then I did a for loop. For int is equal to, for int I is equal to A. As long as I is less than or equal to B. And then plus plus I. And then inside the for loop, I did results times equals I. And then I did an else if for if B is equal to A, and it's the same thing, but you just switch B and A around.
so where do we switch it?
Switch that A into a B, the one that you have, right there, yeah, and then switch the B into an A. And that's it. Oh, and then I'll return results.
Okay, this is good. But there was, yes, and there was no reason for you to check from A to B here because it was not requiring you to make sure that A was less than B. So here you could have assumed that A was less than B, you know? So it was just from A to B. So then it was not necessary to do the if statement in here.
Okay.
But if there was a case where I was saying, well, if there was a case where I was saying it doesn't matter if A is A, if A could be less than B or greater than B. So like if I say that, if I mention that, then it is important to have the if statement, okay?
Okay.
Any other implementations? But great implementation. Any other implementation? Okay, so I see an implementation from Mohammed. Mohammed, yes. Sorry. I think there is yeah, there is an extra there it's in here there is an extra assignment in here that you should, so let's use Muhammad implementation so you guys can see. So this is Muhammad implementation, and I'm going to put this in lowercase because always the name of the method should be in lowercase. Now, for this, you have this variable that will hold the product, so you don't need to have this variable created in here. I'm just going to put the comments, and right there, instead of you doing this, you should just do this, $X. And the X is the one that is being, wait. But then there is one thing in here, one second. You want to set the result to X, okay? And then, since you set the result to X at the beginning, before the for loop, you should increment X right there. And then you want to have this. Yeah, there is a little thing in here tricking. Yeah, that can get tricky in there. Just give me 1 second. If you have it like this, and you want the Y to be included, then you can do while X is less than the Y. And this is going to fix your implementation. But so far, good idea on trying different implementations. Anybody has a different implementation? Let me see, there is a question in the chat. Omar, were A and B supposed to be arrays? No, A and B's are not arrays. Just int parameters. Okay, any other implementations? Any other implementation? Yes. If you have a starting number and an end number, that could be easily, if you want to add or multiply all the elements, all the numbers that are in between, you can use a loop. And loops will allow you to go from start to end. But when it says a range of numbers from 5 to 10, the range of number, it's assuming the numbers between 5 and 10. You don't have to you don't have to give all those numbers because you can get them very easily by using a for loop or any different type of loop. Any questions? Let's do the other one. Write a method that replaces the given a string literal, a string, it replaced in a character. So a string S and a character C. In a character C, it replaces the last character of a string S with the given character C. And return, you know that strings are immutable. So you will return a string. Okay, so this is your next job. You have 10 minutes. Before I'll let you work on this. Do you guys want to see that the first two methods are working? Or are you guys good to work on the next one? Okay, so let's see that the first two methods are working. So just so I don't add anything in the bottom, I will just create a main method in the top. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have int A to be with the value of 5. And you know what? B with the value of 10. So if I do this, int result 1, and then do this product of all numbers, and then in between, wow, and then result 2, and call product, then pass in A, comma B. I am supposed to be getting the same values, and that should be like 151, but result 1. Do the same thing for the next one. Result 2. And if I run this right now, you should see the same value, 151,000 with 200. 200. See that it works, they both work, okay? They are including the B as well. Okay, now it's time for you to work on this new methods that you have to work on. So you have 10 minutes to work on this, okay guys? 10 minutes. Are you ready? I will mute myself. I will start the timer now. Okay, guys, time's up. Okay, guys, so who would like to volunteer and share their answers? Who has finished this method? One, two, three, trying. Is everybody listening to me right now? Anybody out there? Great, Omar. Great, Kevin. Have you guys finished the method? Would you like to share your answers? Okay, so let's see Kevin's answer.
So public static string, and then I named it replace last char.
Okay, great. Okay,
There's a string S and char C.
okay.
I just put return S dot replace parentheses.
1 second. Okay,
S dot char at
okay,
S dot length -1.
okay.
And then comma C.
Oh, 1 second. And comma.
C. C. And that's it.
Yes, but what if the word has many? What if the word has many characters that are the same, like papaya? And so if you do this code in here, it will replace the first occurrence of it's going to replace all the occurrence of that specific character. Okay, so let's see one more thing. Let's see Jonathan, and then let's see, okay? Jonathan, what is your implementation? Oh, great. Would you like to guide us through? Okay. It should be not replaced first, right? It should be replaced last. Okay. Instead? Okay. I'm going to see Jonathan's okay, so this is a great implementation, but of course it should not be called replace first, first. It should be called replace last. Okay, guys. Anybody else would like to share the implementation? Anybody else has a different implementation? Anybody else? Let's see. Anybody else has worked on the methods? Yesterday, one of my students implemented once using the substring, and another of my students used the replace method, but she carefully just took so let me just show you. I can show you the implementation, but you guys will see it later on. But for now, let's just test it out. Let's test this these two methods, okay? So just for the sake of the examples, let's assume that all of them work correctly, okay? And the only character that we're going to be replacing is the last one, right? So let's say I have a word named and instead there I can have something called man. And so if we use this implementation, replace the last character, we're going to get, if we put in here P, we are going to save this into a variable. Sorry. And then one more string, probably 2, replace first, even though it's supposed to mean replace last word. And then C. It's going to be replaced as T. So if I print W1 and I print W2, I can go ahead and see that they work. However, right now, if I have papaya, and there, yeah, this is also working. They both are working. Okay. It is interesting that they're working in there. Okay, so these two implementations are working. Great job. Okay, any questions? Any questions, guys? Oh, wait a second. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to say replay first. The last character. It should not be working correctly, the last character, when I have papaya. You see? The A is going to be replaced, all of them. So we don't want that to happen. We want to be able to do it just to replace the last character, okay? Let's see if there is any other questions. So there are different ways to do this. Well, let me just go ahead and copy this in the top. And I'm going to just call this replay last. And similar but different, it's just going to be C return as the substring. And start at 0 and then set the length this as the length -1 and then concatenate it with C. This is one implementation. Let's see, the last character will be at index. The last character will be at index length -1. So now if we do a string W3 replace last and word and something the X and then semicolon. So I run this and I print this W3, say I can see Papa X at the end. Papa X. You are Papa. Papa. You are Papa. Okay, guys. Any questions about that? And I could have done more different, something different. So there could be other implementations as well. Okay. Okay, guys. If you guys have other implementations, you can tell me. If not, we can move on to the next method you guys should work on. I mean, everybody has different implementation and it's good to see different implementations, of course. What should a new project, and this one is going to be write a method that will translate online slangs. Like LOL and yellow, etc. Or oh my gosh. So this method will not return anything. It's going to display. This method will take the slang in as a string parameter and display their meaning. There you go, guys. You have 10 minutes to work on this. Okay? I'm going to mute myself. Okay, I believe this time's up. Anybody has finished their slang translator method? Anybody has finished? Okay, Jonathan, would you like to share? Garrett, you both can share your implementation. So let's first see Jonathan's implementation. Okay, so let me just copy and paste. Okay, looks good to me. You can always do you can always minimize this by having one variable declared outside and having one return method outside of the if statement. So like you can simplify this a little bit, but yes, it still works. Okay, what about you, Garrett? What is your implementation? Okay, so I'm just go ahead and copy everything. So you have a switch case, and of course also this is good. Of course this is great because also here this is not saying anything about returning, so you're not returning, so this is void. And you can also simplify this a little bit more by you can simplify it by having one variable outside and changing the meaning all the times, depending on the cases, and at the end, doing only one print statement at the end. Anybody has another implementation? Anybody else has another implementation? Anybody else has another implementation? Well, there are multiple ways that I could have done this. Yes, I could do it multiple different ways. So one of those ways could be just like public static void translate string blank. I could have just there's so much different ways that I could do it. Like for example, if I were really going to do this, I could have a dictionary, a hash map. So if I were to actually do this, like real do this, I could have to done it using the if statement. So let me just do it the basic way, okay? Just like you guys have it here, translation or meaning, empty, semicolon. If I wanted to, if slang that equals ignore case, has LOL, meaning it's going to be laughing out loud, semicolon, else if slang that equals ignore case, equals ignore case, YOLO, like I could have it just like this in this basic implementation, like you guys already started, meaning you only live once. Etc. I see there is a message on the chat. It says there is an error in my code. Yes, you're right. To lowercase. So yes, if your cases are in lower cases, right? So if you want to try all of them to be in lower cases, if you can, you have to set it to lowercase. Great. Else if. Thank you for fixing your implementation, Garrett. A slang that equals method. Oh my God, OMG. I'm going to put just because I could just do this because just not to, oh my God, because we don't want to do anything with religious matters. And then else unknown, meaning unknown. Semicolon. And then at the end, system that out, and then you can say slang means its length means, and then colon, and then this colon, then you can put meaning. This is one implementation and one basic implementation that could be used with your knowledge, like a normal implementation in here. But now I can show you different ways, some more advanced ways of doing this. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see? Okay. One of the ways I'm going to show you first, what you are more familiar, is using arrays. So I'm going to copy and paste this entire thing. Translate version 1, version 2. And I'm also going to show you one more data structure named hash map, version 3. So the first implementation that I want to show you is going to be using hash maps, okay? Are you guys ready? Yes. So we have hash map. I have to import this. And the key will be a string. And the value is also going to be a string. And this is going to be my dictionary of slang. Like, let's call it urban dictionary. And so I'm going to have a new map. And I'm going to also import this map. But one second, guys. And I'm going to have a string, comma, a string, and space this in here. 1 second. I have this error here, semicolon. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me just do it. Just hash map. There you go. Okay, so I have this new hash map, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add the translation just in case. So I'm going to have urban dictionary that this is a, give me put. I'm going to put, the first thing that I'm going to put in here is LOL, and the meaning of LOL is going to be laughing out loud. I'm going to add more to my urban dictionary. OMG. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh yes, guys. I'm going to put oh my goodness instead of oh my God in here. And I'm going to also add to my urban dictionary. Urban dictionary, I'm going to add YOLO. And you only live once. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is of course, right now, this is slang. I have it all in capital letters. I should do everything in capital letters, I guess. So I'm going to have this slang will be slang to uppercase to make sure everything is in uppercase. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an if statement that says if Urban Dictionary that contains the key, which is going to be my slang, then I'm going to then display this message. Slang concatenated with means concatenated with Urban Dictionary. Yes, I'm not stealing names, guys, so it's okay. Get a slang. Okay, so else I can display the message that says unknown. Unknown. Unknown is slang. Unknown is slang. Okay, guys? So this is one way, and this is a good way to do it by using a dictionary. If you want, you can also not have to have multiple lines to join to add all of them. You can add them all at once. But for now, I just added one by one so you can see the process of adding to a dictionary, to a hash map. So this is the version 3. You guys want to see the other version, or do you guys want to see me testing all of them? You want to see the other version, or you want to test it? The other version, okay. You guys can test it personally, so let me just work on the other version. The other version is having 2 arrays, okay? String array of slangs that will be allocated at in the same position in different array. Okay, so I could have this slang. Oh my God, and another slang. LOL, and another slang. YOLO. Okay, you can have a bunch of slangs in here. And then another array that contains the meanings at the same position. Oh my goodness. Laughing out loud. And you only left once. Unless you are believe in reincarnation, but then that would be a different life, not related to your feelings. So you have to match the same amount of elements, and then you can do this. If the slang, you can do a for loop to go through all this. You can do a for loop to go through all of this and check if there's and check if the element of the given at a given index I contains the element, or you can use arrays that, sorry, I don't have it here. This is going to be, it doesn't, you can use one of these elements to get to see if they match, but then I will use the for loop. So for example, you can use a for loop to check if the slang is inside. Okay, so if the slang is there. Or int I start at 0. I is less than the length of the slangs. I is less than the length of the slangs. I plus plus if the slangs of I is the slang, and assume that they will be in capital letters, of course. Okay. If they are, then I will set the index to I, semicolon. And then if index is not -1, then I will go ahead and do this. Message is going to be slang concatenated with or I can put means. I'm going to put means, and then I do a slang, so I or index that I gave you. Else, I'm going to print unknown slang. Okay. There you go. You have different implementations. Simple, different implementations. Yes, I meant to say meanings in here. Meanings for this one. Okay. So you get the meaning that is going to be corresponding to the slang from the other one. Okay. You guys see different implementations. Any questions about that? Any questions? No questions? This one is the fastest. This one is the fastest. The faster, the one that is going to run faster. Okay. This one is the one that is going to run faster. Okay, guys, so then if no questions, I will not assign you any lab for this week. So you can focus on working on your midterm exam. Okay? Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care.
Professor, I had a quick question on the midterm.
Yes.
The 3 chances you get at the multiple choice section, which one, like, is it just your highest score that gets counted, or is your latest attempt?
Your highest score gets counted.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so is there any preference for the 3, or does it depend on case to case? Well, it depends on the case to case, but this is always the way to go, using hash maps. Remember hash maps in the future. But yes, if you can do it like this, you do it like this. You know, this can be summarized in a smaller, this could be less code if I put everything in only one line, okay?
I still have a question. I don't know if you can really answer it though. This is about the midterm. It's I don't know if we can answer this, but for my code, it's just that, like, I'm getting the same thing as what it says on SciBooks, but it says that it's wrong, so I'm just confused.
Mm. Do you get any message, any errors, specific errors that you're getting?
From Zybooks?
Yes.
I could check it right now. Give me a second. It did say something. It said it was like it was expecting like 1.3, and when I run the code, that's what shows up. So I don't know what to do.
Maybe it's a quick, let me just stop the recording and you could share your screen to see if there is something that could benefit everybody.